Hey YouTube, welcome back. It's Johnny Torres with another video where we talk about drums, tuning, all kinds of good stuff. Hope you guys had a good week. This will be my next video. I think it's my fourth lesson or something like that. Today we're going to talk about, we're going to learn about something that's really near and dear to my heart. We're going to learn how to play the blues. Some blues, blues shuffle, blues beat, and slow blues. So when I was growing up in Texas, I lived in Austin for a little while, and I was asked to play with a blues band, Rick and the Cadillacs, a long time ago, when in my 20s, and I was playing with a speed metal band back then, and I played all kinds of music in the past, you know, Latin, pop, rock, classic rock. But I really never got into the blues. So the blues is one of those type of musics where if you're not around it a lot and you don't go out and see players play, drummers, like actual like old school drummers go out and do what they do, it's a little hard to pick up on it. Like I see a lot of drummers playing, you know, rock beats to blues shuffles, you know, the two on the do do ba do do boo do do boo, when it should be like just a shuffle do 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 do. And that's not nobody's fault, you know. It's not in this area, you know, or you don't see too many of that, too many blues guys around here. So I was fortunate when I was in my 20s. I went to every blues place in Austin, Texas, you know, Houston. I went to check out some blues bands there, and I would take notes, man. I would go and I would just hang out, and I just watch these guys, these older guys, and I remember I would sit in once in a while at this place called Antone's in Austin, Texas. They would have a blues jam, and you know, I'd sit in and stuff, and whenever I would sit in with the older guys, you know, they turn back and look at me, and I was like back there trying to play like Neil Peart, you know. I was just busy. I was just busy, man, and they'd turn back and look at me after the song and go, "Hey, you wanna play a little more in the pocket? I can't feel nothing." I never knew what that meant, even when I was playing slow blues. It's like, man, I can't feel you. You're back there. You're playing, but you're back there playing like this. And it's already called the blues, man. I don't need more blues in my life. I just need you to feel it. I need you to get in there and do a little rim shot. I'll go through all that stuff. But it's like any other countries that way too. You don't hang out in Nashville and see a bunch of players. You've never been around country or Latin music, you know, and then all of a sudden somebody throws you Tito Puentes or something like that. You're going to be like, well, I'm a little lost here, you know. So today we're going to go over some blues stuff, and I'm going to share my wisdom with you. I promised I would. So here we go, man. Let's get into it. All right, we are back. Let's get into the blues shuffle. So I learned this from a bunch of old guys when I was out on 6th Street watching a bunch of bands, blues bands. I would ask a lot of questions. It's very simple to play this beat. You just got to get it all syncopated. So on the floor, on the bass drum, I'm sorry, all you're doing is one beat. You're going like this. On the ride, you're doing like a swing beat. But with the shuffle, when you're coming down on that last, beat, you want to use the sleeve of the stick. And then all you're doing on the snare is the same thing you're doing with your right hand. So I'll play it quick and then see, so you can see what that sounds like. One song that I like to do a lot is, of course, by Mr. Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's called Cold Shot, and it's just a slow shuffle blues. It's just a dun. So yeah, all that is just one beat on the bottom. So all that looks like on top is right here. And with that swing action right here, that's just kind of a, it's kind of a Texas shuffle thing. So it's just pretty much I'll do it again. So practice that. I know it sounds easy, but once you get into it, it's a little difficult at first. But just use a timer. You know, use your heart, your tempo here, because anytime you ask a real older blues guy, you know, what's the BPMs, he's gonna say BPMs. It's right here. So feel it. You gotta kind of feel it and keep the tempo, you know. All right, moving on to a blues shuffle. So when you're playing a blues shuffle, just a normal blues shuffle in a different tempo, let's say it's a faster tune, you're gonna do the same thing, same pattern. All you're gonna do now on this on your with your left hand, you're gonna, instead of hitting that sleeve over here like we did with the right, with the Texas shuffle, we're gonna do that on the rim of the snare. So you want to kind of be right here. So I'll play that fast and so you can see how that sounds. I'll play that slow so you can see what I'm doing there. So all it is, it's another shuffle, but with that last beat, you're coming down with the sleeve on the rim. Now I'll tell you why that's important. In a situation like that, where I didn't know any better when I was younger, and I was playing that shuffle, I would lose guys. I would lose the guitar player or the bass player, especially when he would go into a long solo, and I'd be playing this, you'll get lost. Because it all sounds the same. It's easy to get lost for somebody else. And once you get playing and you get that experience, you'll know what I mean. So this is going to sound like a click track if you play it this way. It's going to sound like a click, 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 click. And the other guys are never going to know where they're at. So, so yeah, if you play this. you're gonna lose one of these guys. So yeah, if you ever watch a lot of blues players when they're playing and they use that rim for something like that, and I'll do it again here. When you're playing a shuffle like that, you want to keep it nice and steady. Not too many fills, not too many, because they're up there, they're feeling the music and they're playing, and they're getting into it, and you gotta have a nice steady, hit that bass drum, and kind of feel it. It's all about the blues is all about feeling, man, all about feeling, and if you're up there. I hate to say this, but if you're up there playing like this, they're gonna feel that. They're gonna turn around and go, "Come on, give me something else. Give me something like I need to feel it." So yeah, I'll play that one more time for you. So 1, 2, 3. It's okay to throw a fill or two in there. That's very effective. So yeah, when you're playing that one, a little bit faster, you want to hit that rim with the sleeve right here, coming down on that last shot. All right, so that's something good to know. All right, next we're going to get into what a lot of people don't really consider this blues, but it's been blues since Bobby Blue Bland. Wilson Pickett. Just this beat is it's these beats are considered blues. They just turned into rock and roll. So another song that I can use for example is a basic blues beat. Is kind of like Wilson Pickett's The Midnight Hour. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour. So that beat right there, I'll play it first and then I'll explain. All right, so I got asked once when I was playing the Midnight Hour with my uncle, what's the BPMs for that? And I'm like, well, and I remember the old blues guys. I always remember when somebody asked me, what is the BPM for that? And I'm like, it's right here. It's in your heart, man. Try not to play with your head so much, because play with your heart when it's blues. When you're playing this type of beat, you gotta feel it. You gotta close your eyes and just feel the beat, give a good groove and a good solid tempo. That's what blues is about. Because if you're counting, 1, 2, 3, 1, you're not really playing anymore. You're counting. So if that makes any sense. So I'll play that again slow. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, it's all about feel. So try not to play it like I want to get through this song, kind of like. There's no groove in that. It's kind of like it's all over the place. You'll know it, man, when you feel it. Just kind of set a tempo. You know, you'll hear the music start. So yeah, that's another blues beat that you wouldn't think is a blues beat, but it turned into rock and roll. So yeah, very important. Study that. All right. So when you're playing a slow blues song, and you know, a slow blues can be very simple. It is simple. It sounds very simple, but you still got to play from your heart. Okay. It can't be. For example, you know, I know this a slow blues sounds boring, but I mean you gotta play with some kind of feel. You know what I mean. You gotta have some heart for that. And when you're out there with some of these other cats that have been playing for a long time, they're gonna tell you, hey man, can you put something into the beat, man? I mean it's. And I'll show you the difference. You know, sometimes you'll see a guy and he just wants to get, okay, it's slow blues. Oh, okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh. I'm gonna get some tacos after this gig. You know, you're totally like you're losing what music is about. You know, this is your baby right here, and this is your this is where you want to be every weekend, right here. So you know, kind of give them a little something they can feel. Make that snare ring a little bit, you know? Big difference. So yeah, you know, what's a slow blues? I mean, well, the sky's crying, or you can play well, flood down in Texas, all of the telephone lines are down. Yeah. Yeah, flooding down in Texas. All of the telephone lines are down. Instead of kind of just playing this all night. Which is, okay, you know. You know, that's not anybody's fault, because you're some people are not around that kind of music a lot. But what I encourage, and my advice to young players or anybody that wants to get into the blues is, you know, go out and see some people. Go out and see, like, go to a big city, a jazz blues festival. Check out some of these guys, man, how they're using their wrists, you know. You know, the swings. There's all kinds of shuffles, man. You know, go out and check out a lot of drummers, man. And like I say, you know, practice that shuffle beat. And when you're playing like we said, when we're playing a faster shuffle, use that rim on here, man. use that ring right there. You know, kind of like this is your baby. You know, sometimes you gotta play low, and sometimes you gotta play hard. And yeah, and do fills. You know, try not to overfill while they're singing and doing so much over there. But also don't be boring. You know, and it could be simple. Let's say they're doing a guitar solo and you're shuffling. You know. They don't have to be all over the place. They don't have to be, you know. I'm sure you can be. You can be if things get up and everybody's going crazy with yeah, throw some rolls in there and stuff. But blues is kind of meant for feel, man. It's not really about counting. It's got some attitude, and like I say, it's kind of a heritage, you know, like country music, like I was saying earlier. You know, country music, if you play too fast, you play too slow, you got the, you know, the wrong beat. If I wanted to play country, Nashville, you know, I'd be in Nashville learning, studying guys, you know. It's like making a recipe. You know, you're making a recipe for something. You got to go watch how they do it, you know, and kind of make it on your own and see how it comes out. Same thing with the blues, man. It's just a recipe. So yeah. So keep on watching this, and if you want to really get into the blues, like I say, go watch some people out there. Go watch some old guys out there. See how they shuffle. See how they keep the beat when they're playing a normal beat, like Wilson Pickett. You know, it's all about attitude in the blues. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching this video. So, and if you like this kind of stuff, I'm so glad I was here to do this, because I love the blues. Blues is like one of my favorite types of music, along with Latin. We'll do some Latin beats too. It's a little more advanced because it's different. Every different type of music is different. It's not that it's harder. It's just that some of this stuff is your brain has to relearn how to play a different way. So it's a little more advanced, but we'll get into some of that Latin stuff. All right. But for now, thank you very much for tuning in, and keep on rocking and rolling, and stay positive. Practice. Rewind this video if you have to. All right. Keep rocking and rolling. See ya.